Diallo must be given the Nobel Peace Prize. Shout out to those philanthropists. Shout out to those scientists. Shout out to the people who have done great things in the world. There is no human being as of right now who has done more for world peace, human rights, and bringing all races together than Ahmed Diallo, first of his name. Ahmed Olusegun Diallo. Because with that goal, he has secured the Nobel Peace Prize. And I am going to personally make it my personal endeavor that Ahmed Diallo in 2025 receives the Nobel Peace Prize for what he has done for human rights and human relations. Diallo, we salute you, we recognize you, we see you, and thank you for helping to bring the humanity and the world, shout out to the ants, shout out to the elephants, the world, the trees, the seas, the pelicans, the rats, the porcupines, the sharks, the freaking squirrels, the elephants, the antelopes, the giraffes, all creatures, things together, the trees, the seas, everything. Diallo, you've brought planet Earth into one. Here's the thing, guys, the leper things are real. Easy, guys, guys, chill, relax. No, hold on, chill. The leper is real, it's real. I think, guys, we might officially be in the leper right now. I don't know what my guy said in the post-match, but I can't wait, baby, because this is like instant reaction, baby. This is like instant reaction, baby. So, like, this is like my instant reactions. After this reaction, I'm going to see what my guy says, because we've heard him say that his parents almost gave him away. He has self-harmed. He's looked like Victor Zaz, and he's been complaining that he doesn't have his players. So, I don't know what he's going to say. The next person that opens your filthy, stinking, rotten mouth and say, what about Rodri? What about Rodri? There's no Rodri. There's the worst person in the world. I will slap you in the face. You're not talking to an idiot. You're talking to a guy who's been watching football since 1993. Okay? You've seen a guy who's been watching football religiously and studying it since 1993. Manchester United are a horrendous team. Those guys are freaking garbage. And if you're telling me that because you don't have a DM, you can't beat that trash team at your home, you are a flipping moron. You're a flipping moron. Bro, I spent my time tweeting that. Amorim. That team's trash. That team is trash. Which is why this is a truly lep era, because my God, what is happening? That team is horrible. So you tell me that because you don't have Rodri, you can't beat that garbage? Shout out to United winning, but guys, let's not forget what we saw for 70 plus minutes. Let's not forget how horrible Dalot was. Let's not forget how trash Bruno Fernandes was, who almost gave away a goal. That team's trash. So the fact that Lep, with all the money you've spent, with the GDPs that you have completely and totally malnourished, that you can't beat that budget divided team? Oh, come on. Because Pep, if this guy opens his filthy, stinking, arrogant, good-for-nothing mouth and says that, oh, but I don't have my players. If I had my players, you will see the real City. If I had my players, I will pimp slap that guy's face. Shut your goddamn mouth, man. How many managers like freaking Allardyce and Dutch have had to suffer with not having players? Oh, because so the first time you have a crisis, oh, please, who can cope without their DM? Who can cope without their players? You don't be a freaking crybaby, because it's called freaking management. And some people have had it harder because they've not had the kind of money you've been able to spend. With some people who have had to deal with injuries, they've not financially doped. They don't spend 300 mil through a freaking summer, so you have no leg to stand on. I mean, how City, because let's be real, City didn't play well. Both teams were trash. City still have issues. But what is seen from City is the confidence is rock solid. And what's the thing that Pep cannot motivate these guys? The fighting spirit is gone. Foden is still trying to advance the idea of a false 10. Grealish is still trying to make a case for being the biggest waste of 100 million of all time. There are issues, and that defense is still ass cheeks. I mean, Nunes, my lord, what the hell was happening there? So, because 100% Nunes, you're huge to blame for that. But see, these guys can't create chances. You can't create chances. Did Nottingham Forest drop a three-piece against United at Old Trafford? So if Nottingham Forest can drop a three-piece, City, the best you can do is a set piece. And who scores a set piece? Was it Foden? No. Was it Haaland? No. De Bruyne? No. Grealish? No. Yeah, it was Guardiola, who I believe is now the second highest scorer for Man City. Interesting. We're going to feast. You see, Pep, you got to have it both ways. Because you were praised, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, the most amazing player. But once you get praised, now you're going to get cooked. Because that's the meaning of life. That's the meaning of life. I told you, it gets real. Lep, there's nowhere to hide. Lep, there's nowhere to hide because Lep, you've got to see me, baby. You've got to see me. I've been waiting for this for so long because I kept telling you guys that I think this guy's a fraud. I believe this guy's a fraud, but no one wanted to believe me. So, half up, you're a hater. You don't like this guy. I said, no, this guy hasn't suffered. Coach Scunthorpe. In a crisis, how good is he? The mark of a great manager is how do you do when you're in a crisis? How do you do when you have to deal with several issues? He's always had it good. He's always had it easy. He's never had to struggle. He's never had to sweat. Look at the amount of injuries Klopp had that season. Look at what he was able to do. Look at the amount of injuries that Mourinho had in a major Euro final. Look at what he was able to freaking do. Look at what Mourinho did with little resources for Roma. Look at what Fergie had to do with a bunch of kids that no one said he could be able to win with. People have had things they had to struggle with and said, what's up? When Pep now struggles, he's crying. He's crying. United still have issues. United still have massive issues. From a mental, psychological point of view, this is a huge W. This is a huge W. I still feel like I'm not going to ignore the 70 minutes that I saw, 70 plus minutes of how garbage these guys were. But a win like this can drastically change your season. A win like this, the manner of the win, the opponents, it being a local derby, this can mentally, psychologically, drastically change your whole season. Bro, I don't want to see Rashford anywhere near this team. DIALLO is the star. What people thought Rashford was is what DIALLO is. Everything that people were hyping Rashford to be is what DIALLO is. Because he was already a baller. Shout out to my Overoni, he was already a baller. The stats goal, to do that as a winning goal, because the state of that goal, the control, the composure, he won the penalty. Because remember, he could have very easily gone for a shot and messed up. He had the courage to say, no, let me wait, settle myself, and waited for the contact. So his composure led to the penalty, and his composure scored the clutch goal. My Lord in heaven. Forget Rashford. Sell that ball. Put the stocks in DIALLO. Put the stocks in Ahmed Olusegun DIALLO first of his freaking name. Because that is what you call an actual baller. He's not only a baller, he's a baller. See, there are ballers, and there are ballers. They are for footballers. He's a footballer. Ahmed DIALLO is a footballer. Footballer, not footballer or footballer. Footballer. Last thing. Lep, you can't hide. Lep, you can't hide. You cannot hide. I mean, you're going to get cooked. Because don't you dare come with any trash excuses. I told you, I'm about to watch this guy's post-match conference. Don't you dare open your filthy rotten mouth and mention Rodri. Don't open your filthy rotten mouth and mention any guys that you're missing. That team should be good enough to beat United. Based on, bro, Amorim came halfway through the season. Amorim has come halfway through the season of a team who were struggling, and he's taken over a struggling team, and he's a young manager. How did a young manager with a team who were already struggling and are still struggling manage to beat you when you've had this team for 7-8 plus years, and because of a few injuries, you can't do anything? Bro, wasn't Mount injured like about 15 minutes through the freaking game? So no. Take the L, Lep. Accept the L and accept the abuse that you're going to get, given that the first time you're in a crisis, you crumble. The Lep era is upon us, and this is only the beginning. Like David, guys, you better Bookmark and join us tonight for a freaking lep discussion tonight. One love.